Hello and welcome to the Fade Out podcast of me, Bailey.
And me, Jasmin.
Today we're going to be talking about Baby Driver, the new film by Edgar Wright, who directed films like the Cornetto trilogy, Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz at World's End, and Scott Pilgrim. I think that's all the films he's directed, actually. But this is his new movie in America. The plot is basically Baby Driver. He's a driver for a heist.
Yeah, he works for
criminal guys. He drives cars.
And he listens to music.
He has tinnitus, so his ears ring all the time, and so he listens to music, and the action is synced with the music. That's basically the premise. It's kind of hard to describe the plot because it's not very...
Yeah.
Anyway.
He goes on a bunch of heists.
Yeah, heists happen, things happen. So... Jasmin.
Boy.
I thought you were a girl, but okay. I didn't mean to discriminate. What did you think of Okja? What did you think of... What did you think of Baby Driver?
I don't want to start with just saying, I enjoyed this movie. I always say that.
Last time you didn't say that.
I didn't say that last time. I want to say it was a really enjoyable movie.
Would you say you enjoyed it a lot?
Yeah, I would say I enjoyed it a lot. There's things that I think were a little bit simple.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't amazing, but it was really entertaining. And some really smart choices, some really funny things happen, and who doesn't like when things are cut to music?
Exactly.
Synchronizedly, or like when things just happen synchronizedly. I don't think... Is there music on at all times during the movie?
Not all times, but there's a lot of music.
Like there's
a
like
lot of music.
25% there's no music, even in the background.
I think even less.
Maybe 15.
Maybe, yeah.
But most of the time there's music going on.
Yeah.
Either in his headphones, which he wears all the time, or just
Or he plays it on a stereo or something.
Yeah.
Or on a record. He plays it on a record.
Yeah. But there's like really good transitions. Like there's one transition where they go from a laundromat, so like washing being spinned in that kind of glass. I don't know how to explain it.
What, like
in
a
the
washing
door,
machine?
Yeah, in the washing machine.
You can see that it's spinning in the door. It's a red something.
Something spinning in a washing machine, and then it fades or cuts to a vinyl being spinned.
It's
just
a really good
nice.
transition. It's a really good transition.
It just looks nice, and they do a couple of nice transitions like that, and it's just kind of nice. I don't know really what else to say. I really enjoyed it. What did you think about this?
Yeah, I enjoyed it too. It's very enjoyable. The concept is just really good.
It sells.
Like the idea of doing heists in time with the music. Like there's one scene where everyone gets into a bit of a kerfuffle. It's like, oh, okay, we've got to start the track again.
Yeah,
so they can stay in sync. It's really enjoyable. It's just a really good idea for like an action heist movie. But the sound mixing was a problem.
Oh, I never thought of that.
I really thought it was a problem. I thought the actions were too loud compared to the music, and if you weren't paying attention, sometimes it's hard to notice they're synced with the music because they're mixed too high compared to the music.
I did notice that sometimes, because I understood that was what they were trying to do. Sometimes when they shot a gun or something, it would be to like something in the song being a bang or a drum or something. And I did notice that sometimes it didn't synchronize as nicely as they would want it.
It just didn't mix though, right? It was just the mixing, I think.
It was just a bit too loud. Yeah, no, it was synced to it, but you didn't listen to it as it was music, like the emotions and the actions that they were doing. If they were shooting a gun or ramming into another car, it didn't. Yeah, it just wasn't on the same level. So you couldn't really make it.
It could have worked so much better. It could have really, and sometimes it does. It really pops, and it's like that's great. But sometimes, and it could just be the cinema we were watching it in. That's possible. We'll definitely check it out again when it comes on DVD. See if that's changed.
But I'm not sure if it's.
I don't know.
It must be.
It could be. It might be something to do with how high they have the bass turned and those sounds are in the low.
True.
I don't know. So I'm not going to go on about it, but it was a problem I noticed when we saw it.
Yeah, it didn't cling as well.
Because it's such a good, fun, snappy concept that could have been so clearly and well told, but it just didn't quite click. And I agree, some things are very simple, and I think one of the problems is that it's not a full comedy movie, and the scenes that are serious are kind of a bit boring, to be honest. Like the stuff with him and his girlfriend, it's a little bit dull.
It is a little bit boring. It's supposed to be kind of like romantic, but it's just kind of boring.
Yeah, like I don't know. It just was way. I don't know. It was so simple.
Things weren't developed enough. Like, I think that the relationship between Baby and his dad or is it his granddad? He's taking care of somebody who's mute.
He is not the same skin colour, so I don't think he's
you
related.
never know.
Maybe. He's just some guy.
Some guy that he lives with that he takes care of, he's mute, which also relates to... It kind of makes it funnier because he can't listen. Mm-hmm. Or he can't... No.
He can't hear.
He can't hear, so he's deaf, not mute.
He's also mute, though. I don't think he can speak.
Yeah.
He never speaks, so he can't speak either. He's deaf and mute.
So Baby's doing sign language to him, but he obviously is enjoying loads of music throughout in the house that they both live, and it's kind of a nice mix.
It definitely makes sense.
I'm not disappointed by the development of that relationship because it wasn't really about that. That was kind of just a funny part of it. Yeah. But there's other parts where obviously his boss, so he's being employed by this super criminal that does like
Kevin Spacey. So just to go on a slight tangent, put on a bit of weight recently.
I love
Kevin Spacey. He does look good, but I've just never seen him look so soft around the edges.
I like him.
It's fine. It's not a criticism. I'm just saying it's the biggest I've seen him in a movie. Sometimes he's super skinny.
So he gets... I feel like there should be more in between their relationship, and sometimes I'm not sure if it's me not picking up on it, but it's not conveyed fully why he's working for him. They talk about he owed him something, and that's why he's been working for him for this long and not getting paid, obviously, as much as other people in the heist. And apparently, so setup is that he's only going to work for him because he fucked up something for him before in a different heist until he's paid off his debt. And he thinks that he's not going to have to be a heist driver anymore after that. But it turns out he pulls him back. He says, we're straight. It doesn't mean that I don't want to work with you. It doesn't mean that I don't need you for these next heist I'm doing. And it's like, why? What did it happen between them? And I feel like they could have...
Really? But you kind of just explained it. I thought you kind of got it down quite well.
He does explain, okay, so he fucked up something, but I wanted to understand what it was, and I wanted them a little bit more well-defined where they were standing, because they make a joke about...
I agree with you half.
Yeah, half the way.
I think it could have been more developed, and especially something that he does in the end is not set up really at all.
Oh, do you mean...
It's kind of, really near the end. The last few scenes with him in. It's not really set up at all. Yeah, I think you get enough of why they worked together. He owed him some money, so he had to work to pay it off. Fine, I don't really need to know more than that. But I think their relationship could have been more... There just could have been more to it, you know?
Yeah, and I wanted it to almost be a little bit of a bromance. Gay. A little bit gay, yeah. A little bit of a bromance, because they have such a mutual understanding of each other. Yeah. And every time Kevin Spacey takes on new heist members to do... Apparently, he does different heists, and he always has new people.
That's actually not true. He uses the same people twice, which is really weird.
That's not explained either. That's another thing. But apparently, he says, I never use the same people for a heist twice.
Yeah.
But he does for Baby Driver, and that's kind of sweet. Yeah, and that's kind of sweet, because Baby Driver is the only one that he always works with. He's always relying on. What was I going with this?
We're just talking about how their relationship developed.
Apparently he's really trusting him.
And there's some really enjoyable scenes with that, where the new people come in and they don't get it.
Yeah, they are like, what? Who's this fucking weirdo listening to music? Very suspicious
yeah, it's
of him.
weird.
And then Kevin Spacey's always fighting for him, don't mind him, he's great. Don't you worry, he's better than you guys anyway.
Yeah.
You know? And so I like that part. I wish that they've gone further with that.
I agree.
Because then in the end, it just doesn't.
There's something that happens in the end, and it just could have been way more laid out.
Yeah,
it felt a little contrived.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about something I wanted to talk about.
Go on.
Jamie Foxx.
Who's Jamie Foxx? I never.
He's the black dude.
The black dude. Looks like the other guy.
He's in Miami Vice.
Ah.
That's where you.
Do you know?
I
thought he was. I thought he was the other guy.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah, I thought he was Samuel L. Jackson.
You are racist.
I'm not racist. Literally.
Fade Out podcast exclusive. Jasmin thinks all black people look the same.
No.
Did you like Samuel L. Jackson in The Matrix?
Stop it. Stop it. I don't think... I'm not racist.
Tweet at Samuel L. Jackson that Jasmin thinks he's Jamie Foxx.
No. Tweet at Bailey that he's a twat. But I just... My mind just didn't... He was playing the same kind of character though.
He was.
So I'm not too far
But the difference for him is that I hate Jamie Foxx and I think he's a terrible actor.
He's a terrible actor.
He's fucking annoying. He's so annoying. He's so fake. The first time you see him, he's wearing like red. And I'm just like, nope. Just instantly, nope.
No, to what?
He's not, that's not a person.
Yeah, it's
Jamie Foxx doesn't look like that. Jamie Foxx isn't that guy.
Yeah.
He's like, the performances are all solid and they don't need to be complex. Like, the characters aren't super complex.
Yeah.
Other performances like Ansel Elgort, who plays Baby.
I think he's the best one.
Solid, really solid, gets the job done. It's not like a super
I haven't
deep
seen
performance.
where he acts in the John Green movie.
A Fault in Our Stars?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it for a while, I don't remember.
And but I was really surprised by how really well he takes this character.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting him to be so good.
Makes it complexer.
Yeah, and you get stuff out of him even though he has quite few lines.
Yeah.
But Jamie Foxx is just like fake, and his character is
super
annoying
evil
too
guy.
Because he kind of makes the plot happen by being just a bit shit.
Yeah, I hate characters that just like, oh, things got fucked up because there was one rotten egg, you know? Like, things shouldn't have gone this bad, and the movie hadn't been as exciting if there wasn't this guy who just did nonsensical things just for it to be more exciting.
Yeah, I agree. It would work in like a Coen Brothers movie, if you think of like Fargo, where the point is that every character's so kind of incompetent and out of their depth.
Yeah.
They just fuck it up. But that's the point of a lot of Coen Brothers movies. He was just there to drive the plot, and everyone else is very professional and good at their job in terms of the criminals.
And he's just like a rogue, kind of.
Yeah, he's just kind of a piece of shit.
Yeah, he's just...
And they work with him twice, don't they?
I don't... Yeah,
like, why would they work with him twice? He's
this
terrible.
is what I don't understand. Like, he talks about this is no, it's not even the last heist. It's like, this is a really big mission. We're gonna rob the fucking post office because they have loads of money. And then he brings back two of the people we've seen in another part of this heist, and fucking Jamie Foxx, which was another one. He talked about how he never got the same people.
He said he never used the same team, but he did use those four together before, didn't he?
No.
He didn't use them together before.
It was another guy.
Oh, okay. So it was
a
slightly different team.
So he brought back two people from another heist that happened earlier in the movie, and Jamie Foxx that was in the just previous one.
It felt weird.
It doesn't
really make
because
sense.
he didn't set up like I got the best people apparently because obviously he would only get Baby Driver because he was best of the kind of
But Jamie
drivers.
Foxx is not the best. He's fucking annoying.
He was annoying and fucked things up last time as well.
Yeah.
And the heist he did the first time we saw it. So like, don't say you always have different team members and make Baby Driver feel special.
It's weird.
Not that it has
if you
to
just
feel
cut
special.
out that line, it wouldn't have felt so weird.
Yeah. Yeah. I just.
At the end of the day, like, it is fun.
Yeah,
and
I enjoyed watching it in the
It's
cinema.
a good movie to see in the cinema. It's a summer movie with a bit more joie de vivre, I guess. There's more like there's more joy in it. Do you know what I mean?
Whatever that word is. Take down the bourgeoisie.
There's like a joy, and like it feels like it's made by a person rather than Marvel Committee or DC Committee 286. It's enjoyable. It's flawed.
But it's kind of nice.
But it is kind of a nice movie.
Yeah. And I imagine it must be hard filming a lot of heists.
Yeah, I imagine. There's
a great film action.
There's a great joke, by the way, that just made me laugh so much. You didn't understand because you didn't know the reference.
Oh.
But there's a point where they all say, so the dress code is to bring Michael Myers masks, you know, like in Halloween. And then they all get
One guy fucks up and get the wrong mask.
Yeah, it gets the wrong mask over. They'll have Mike Myers, who's Austin Powers, and a bunch of other guys, which to me is just the funniest thing, seeing a bunch of people in Mike Myers masks.
So who's Mike Myers? He's the guy playing
He's the guy
Austin
who plays Austin Powers.
But wasn't that the guy they asked for?
They asked for Michael Myers, who's the killer in Halloween.
Michael Myers and
Mike Myers.
Mike Myers. Very close though.
That's the
I
point.
Made that
That's
joke.
the point. I
Made
thought
that
it was
full.
really funny. The thing is, I wish it was
so
more...
they were supposed to have like scary masks, but they had like
they had
funny
the
plastic
stupid
one.
mask.
It's not funny.
It was a funny scene. And the funny parts are very funny. Like when it tries to be funny, it always makes me laugh. And it just makes me wish it went all the way and was just a full comedy like the rest of his movies, you know? It doesn't have...
What do you think they should have taken out? The Deborah part?
Well, I just think they could have done it in a more compelling way. Maybe incorporated music into it more. Had their scene... Because the movie is kind of like a semi-musical.
Yeah, that's what I thought
And
as
I
well.
feel like, especially with that scene near the beginning where he's walking down the street,
yeah, he
and the
gets
lyrics
coffee.
to the songs like pop up in graffiti and stuff.
Oh, does it?
Did you not notice that?
I didn't notice.
It was on graffiti and on signs and stuff. They had little bits. It was hard to see because the camera was like blurring the image as it was moving.
I didn't notice
But
that.
that is a thing. I think that might have just been the screen watching on, because it was tracking and the kind of background wasn't staying that good. And so that point where it gets really musically, and I kind of wish they would like, I don't know, there'd just be a scene, something to do with, they play a song and then the scene, and they kind of do that in the scene in the laundromat. They kind of move around to the music and the fact they have their headphones tied together.
Yeah.
But that could have just been done more, and it would have made it more interesting and more of what it could have been.
Yeah. And another thing that there's kind of a pet peeve, but I understand it in movies, is when people get shot, they never fucking die. People get shot, driven over, driven into a fucking wall with a fucking car. How do you still survive? I understand that the person that I'm talking about, he's one of the guys. Apparently, when he gets angry, he gets real angry. And his wife dies. And he's really in love with her. So he fucking goes berserk after Baby Driver. And he never fucking dies. He gets driven into fucking walls.
He gets shot several times.
Several times. And he fucking just fucking continues.
I kind of just go with it though. It's kind of an action
it just
movie
annoys me.
cliche. Do you know what I mean?
It's
One
like-
of my pet peeves in this movie is the not having a number plate on the front of the car.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's such a minor thing, and I got over it.
I understand because
but
it's
it
a
does
heist.
piss
It's a
me
heist
off.
car.
It does, sure, but just in general, every car didn't have anything on the front.
Which one?
All of them, and all the police cars didn't have number plates because that's how they do it in American movies. But I always think it looks wrong because the car isn't designed to look like that.
Yeah.
And if it's a car you even vaguely have seen before, it just looks weird. It's not a big deal. It really isn't a game changer, but it is a pet peeve.
God, me.
But yeah, like, we're saying a lot of negative stuff, and I think it's not one of Edgar Wright's best films.
Which one? Oh, never mind.
Hot Fuzz, yeah. But it's very enjoyable, and it is a good time.
Yeah,
Most stuff is good. There's just some
You
problems
do
that...
kind of want to dance to it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's great fun hearing the music so loud and having a great chase to it. And the chases are really good, really fun.
Yeah, no,
Very, very
amazing
enjoyable.
Action,
Yeah.
sometimes.
Like one of the most enjoyable action I've seen in a movie.
And they do a lot of nice things with the camera. Like,
They do.
It's so fluid and nice.
Yeah. It's a very confident, well-made film.
Yeah, there's never a bad shot.
No.
Never a bad camera angle.
No. They're all thought out to be as enjoyable and as fun as possible. And this is coming from both of us who aren't really into the movies. It's like in reference to, I guess.
Yeah.
Like stuff like literally The Driver, which was inspired by the 70s film, and like A Bullet, and I think Thunder and Lightning, whatever it's called, the Clint Eastwood one. All these car movies is not really our thing.
Yeah.
And I think the music is the thing that really brings it and makes it more than just like a car movie.
Yeah. I think it really can bring in a lot of people.
Yeah, it's a great concept.
Because it's so enjoyable, but also an action movie, and we usually don't love action movies.
Yeah.
We don't enjoy action movies that much because they are kind of just boring.
I mean,
Child
think
car
of
chooses.
any Marvel film. The ending is always the most tedious. And the ending here is quite long. I kind of expected it to end before it did.
Yeah.
All the parts were still really good and enjoyable. And they kept bringing up the stakes. but not by like going overwrought. They made it more personal.
Yeah.
So the stakes kind of tightened down the situation rather than just broadening into an explosive, blue laser beam in the sky.
Yeah.
And if you want to see an action movie this summer,
yeah,
go see this.
Definitely go see Baby Driver. Better than anything that's on cinema right now.
Except for Despicable Me 3.
Fuck off.
Next episode, we're going to be doing a Minions comparison.
Minions special.
Yeah, we're going to be watching Despicable Me, Despicable Me 2, Despicable Me 3, Minions
movie,
and the Minions shorts, and Shrek the Horse. No, we're not going to do that. Jasmin hates the Minions a lot. Just to.
If we ever were to record that video, or that,
it would just be you screaming.
It would just be me like saying "fuck" constantly. Fuck.
The longest fuck ever.
Yeah, fuck.
So, do you have any last things to say?
Well, no. More than that, I would definitely recommend it if you are not particularly into action movies or criminal movies, heist movies of that sort. You're gonna really enjoy this, whether or not you like that. If you want to watch something where Angel, what's his name? Ansel, whatever. Ansel Elgort does a good performance. What?
Angel Elgort. Tweet at Angel Elgort.
What was his name again?
Ansel Elgort. She can't believe it's a name. We had this conversation on the way out home.
Ansel. Wait, did I say it right?
Ansel.
Ansel Elgort.
Yes.
Oh. Ansel. Fuck, I don't know if I'm saying it right.
Ansel Elgort.
Ansel Elgort.
Ansel Elgort. Ooh. Ansel Elgort.
Oh, never mind.
Next
if you want to see him do a good performance, go watch this. Baby Driver.
Do watch
by
this.
Edgar Wright.
Yep.
Now on to our movie.
Wait, no, you're supposed to ask me. We're supposed to do...
Oh, shit. What do you think about this movie?
That was the first thing you're supposed to...
Oh, shit. Oh,
you forgot the format, Jasmin. Let me take over. This is why I run the show, okay?
Oh, shit.
So,
I fucked up.
Yeah, you know what, Jasmin? I'm going to get a new host next time. New co-host, sorry.
Please. Don't leave me.
It's going to be a minion. So we're doing a minion impression. Anyway, I thought this movie was really fun. Check it out, like I said. And I would recommend it overall.
Wow.
Fuck you. You're fired. Get out. Get out.
No.
Oh, no, I want the minion to do the Mubi movie. Come on, get out. I've already called him out. Yeah, I love that. Great. One of my least favourite Woody Allen films. Bananas.
Oh.
It was one of his early ones. It's kind of sad. Anyway, this has been a chaotic episode. On to our Mubi movie, which was quite a movie.
Quite the chaos as well.
Yeah, it's called Edith Walks. It's directed
Say that
by
again. You said it too quickly.
Edith Walks.
Edith
Walks.
Yeah, that's her name. And
Ansel.
Edith. Yeah.
Edith Walks, directed by Andrew Kötting. It's a kind of documentary thing where
it's not sold as a documentary. Though.
It's weird. It's not quite a normal. It's not really a normal documentary. So Andrew Kötting and a bunch of his friends and some girl dressed up as Edith, the lover.
Impersonating Edith.
Edith, I don't remember her surname. Who is the lover of Harold I, who died in the Battle of Hastings in 1066, and they do a long walk from a church that Harold went to as a child to
the battlefield.
To battle.
So this is real people we're talking about.
Yeah.
And this actor is impersonating or acting as if she was
Edith,
the lover.
Yeah.
And then there's a bunch of other guys.
There's a bunch of people.
That just obviously the cameraman and the sound guy, and then another guy and the crazy director, which is a big part of. He's in the movie.
Yeah. He look. Anyway, Jasmin, what did you think of this movie?
Fuck me. Okay. I enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
A lot more than I kind of thought when we started.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was going to be like, okay, this is makes no sense. I'm going to be...
It's pretty
totally,
avant-garde.
Yeah, I'm going to be totally bored at the end and not understand anything. But it was kind of... I understood what they were going for.
Mm-hmm.
And it did annoy me because they apparently had this... It's filmed a lot recently, to some degree.
Yeah, I mean the film...
With a nice camera.
The film is showing in cinemas right now.
Okay, so it's
in like art house cinemas. But it's available on Mubi too.
So
it's a new movie.
Yeah, but they put on this horrible filter and cut in. They kind of tighten the shot, so they like zoom in. Mm-hmm. And they put on this horrible filter that's like half blue, which I was annoyed by. But I understand the idea behind it.
Yeah, we'll talk about that a little bit later.
But I don't even know. It was kind of enjoyable, kind of crazy.
It was.
But it was kind of like
there's a scene where the police come and talk to them because one of them there's a drummer with them who starts playing the drum, and they're like, "Oh, sorry, you can't play in the park because it's like busking or whatever." And you look at these people and you think they must be thinking, "What a load of fucking lunatics! What a load of absolute crazy people!"
And they always talk about such nonsense, like how he.
Harold is a crow, and he carries around like a plush crow.
And he's like, apparently he can like embody things, and he's still alive apparently in his soul.
There's stuff to that. We'll talk about that.
What did you think about this movie?
I kind of thought it was great in its way. It is mad. It is really mad, and it's not conventional in any way. It's pretty out there. You know, the way it's shot. It's a lot of it shot on iPhone.
Yeah, they do that as well.
It's like super lo-fi and weird, but it's kind of like some weird experimental thing you just kind of discover and you're like, what the fuck is this? It kind of has that appeal to it. It's so weird. It's like 60 minutes as well. It's not that long.
No.
And...
Thank God.
No, I liked it.
I think if it was going on for forever in 2 hours...
Sure, it goes on for as long as it needs to, you know.
Yeah.
I think that's respectable. It doesn't make it any worse that it's a short movie, you know.
No.
It's about the same length as My Life as a Courgette, which we both really liked. It's really stylistically like grungy almost, like out there. It's not polished in any way, and it's not trying to be. And we were talking about just briefly about the filter, and it has these times where it cuts from the filter to this really nice crisper HD image. And so like the whole concept of the movie, like you were alluding to, is like about how history continues and it still has effect on our daily lives, and in that sense Harold is alive and still walking, and Edith is still walking. I think that's a really good concept, and they explain it in an interesting way. Sometimes it does sound like a bunch of crazy people, and I think the film is really pulled together by Alan Moore.
Yeah, he's in this. He's being interviewed.
Yeah, Alan Moore's interviewed, and he always puts it in the way that makes sense.
Yeah.
I feel like if he wasn't in the movie, it would almost wander too much.
Yeah.
He really's like, this is what we're saying, bang. And it makes stuff that at first you think is kind of like nutty, shaman-y shit. You're like, I understand what they're saying.
Yeah.
And I thought it was interesting. It's not the best film ever.
No.
But it's a cool oddity.
Yeah. That's
worth watching.
Yeah, it's really different.
Yeah, you won't see anything like this
no.
in the cinemas right now.
And it's refreshing to see something that's not just being weird for weird's sake. They actually understand, and they try to kind of embed in that in the way that they film it and everything.
It's super unique. It's super artsy. So, Jasmin, would you recommend Edith Walks?
Yes. Would you recommend Edith Walks?
I would recommend Edith Walks.
Cool.
That's all for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye. The Fade Out podcast is edited by Jasmin and Karlsson, and the music is Deeper Love by the Agrarians. Thank you for listening.